you serious? Are you serious? Hurricane Joaquin. Hurricane Joaquin is now a Category 1. It will increase by tomorrow and Friday to Hurricane Category 2. Saturday and Sunday, it may slow down a little bit, but still will be a hurricane speed of a 1 or 2 as it's headed right for Washington, D.C. It may clip North Carolina. It may swing into Baltimore. It could move forward on up northeast to New York, but it's tracking toward Washington, D.C. Now, I just got off the phone with Pastor Steve Leidig, and we're here in Hyman, Pennsylvania right now. Tonight's the last night of the Blood Moon Revival. Now, here's what's unbelievable. There was a young lady who's been attending the revival, and she heard about the storm. I talked about it last night a little bit, but this storm was headed toward the Bahamas, has took a turn to the northeast. It's named Joaquin. She went and did a research on the Hebrew root word, Joaquin, and it derives from the Hebrew word God sending judgment, or also Jehovah established. God sending judgment, or Jehovah established. Now, it's just crazy when you think about everything that's going on right now in the Middle East, the United Nations, what we've just witnessed in the past few days as the Pope was in Washington, D.C., meeting with the President and speaking before the U.S. Congress. And the Pope spoke to the UN. President Obama spoke at the UN. President Putin spoke at the UN. Hassan Rouhani of Iran spoke at the UN. Today, President Abbas of the Palestinian Authority is going to speak at the UN, and he is supposedly going to throw an ultimatum at Israel. He's threatening to cancel the Oslo Accords. Meanwhile, Russia just attacked Syria, just outside in the city of Homs. I'm just looking at Russian jets dropping bombs in the civilian area of Homs. And it's not on ISIS, but they're bombing an area that is where the Free Syrian Army has been fighting against Assad. We understand that the Russians walked into the United States Embassy and told the Americans, you have 1 hour notice. We are going to strike. Get your planes and get out of Syria. The United States refused to move their planes and leave Syria. That means the skies are filled with all kinds of people. Russian planes, American planes. The French were here 2 days ago. And China has a war destroyer in the Suez Canal as we speak. Russia has a nuclear sub off the coast of Syria. And Israel's got their finger on the trigger. And God is sending a hurricane. And maybe sending judgment. You know, Perry Stone has had visions of great tidal waves of water coming up into the East Coast. There's been several people who've been concerned about that kind of dream and vision. We're going to be talking about all these things. It's happening every minute now. Biblical prophecy during this Feast of Tabernacles and this blood moon. Join me today, 12 noon Eastern, at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. 12 noon Eastern at my website. Watch the live broadcast. We'll keep you up to speed.